so that I can have time to do my prayers. After my prayers that day, I didn't even go to Banjul to perform my duties there. Instead, I was in Yundum Barracks there, in the office in Yundum Barracks.
Yes, and what happened while you were there?
It was later that afternoon, whilst we were still in the office, when Captain Juve Butu actually ordered us, but speaking to Lieutenant Kejau Ture, who was our second in command at that time, that we should bring Lieutenant Jibril Say, to the office for interview.
What time in the
Whilst
afternoon? What time in the afternoon?
it was in the afternoon. I would say between 3 and 4, or between 3 and 4, or between it could be between 4.
Tell us the time, please.
I forgot the time. I cannot say exactly what was the time, but it's definitely between 3 and 4, or between 2 and 4. But I definitely cannot be specific with the time.
As at this time, where were the council members?
At this time, I think all the council members are already gone. At that time, they were gone. If they were not, if they were there, I didn't see them because I was in my office. We were in the office there, so I wouldn't say they're gone because I don't know where they were at that time. But at this very time, we went from there to the guard room, to the barracks, because our office was inside the Bahamas, just like with the residential area there. So when we went to the camp and picked up Lieutenant Jibril Say, it was me and Lieutenant Kejau Ture and Sergeant George Cisse. And the driver.
And what happened after that?
We took Jibril Say in our vehicle and bring him to our office in the Bahamas, and then sat him by Captain Butu, Captain Juve's office. That's where we sat him. I remember when he just came and sat down, the first thing he said to me was, "Mbuk, can I have water to drink?" And then I went into our office and brought him some water. It was this time, whilst he was drinking the water, that we were told that we should bring Jibril Say right back to the barracks.
Who ordered that?
Well, it was Captain Butu, Captain Juve, who actually told Lieutenant Keja that we should take Jibril Say back to the guard, to the barracks.
And was that done?
Yes, sir. With immediate effect. Yes, sir.
And tell us what happened when you arrived at the guard room.
When we arrived in the guard room, we parked our truck and then took Jibril Say out, and then RSM Gomez, we normally call him Papu. RSM Gomez took him from us and then tied his hands. At that time, I couldn't see the other officers, but then in a short while, that's when I actually saw the officers came out from the guard room, all of them, and they were loaded in a jeep.
At this time, where were the council members?
At this time, I noticed Edward Singate and Sadebo Haidara standing, like they were waiting.
How about the other council members?
I couldn't see them at that time.
Do you recall giving a statement to the investigators?
Yes, sir.
And of course, you are testifying remotely. So, do you have a copy of your statement with you?
I could check it over here. Let me see.
Okay.
The-
I will read out a paragraph from your statement, and you will tell me whether, from your recollection, that is correct. You can trust the fact
Okay,
that I would read out what is stated, what is contained in it.
absolutely.
Here you said in paragraph 5 of your statement, as I stood outside waiting for the next orders, I saw all the council members outside except Yaya Jame. I cannot remember seeing Yankuba Ture either. Is that correct? That's what you said in your statement?
All the council members, then that would be a mistake because I know that the only time at that point in time, the only person that I saw right there was Edward Sinate and Sadibu Haidar. I did saw Sabali, but that was later in the journey, not right there at that instant.
Okay. So you saw Haidara and Singate. And what happened after that?
These officers were loaded in the jeep, in the military jeep, and they covered them. They actually covered them with the roof, like the cover of the jeep's roof, which was like a plastic. They covered them with that, and that's
And
the time.
can you tell us which soldiers you saw participating in this?
I am sure RSM Papu was part of it, but I did not remember the rest of the soldiers.
Can you give us names, please?
I say I can remember RSM Papu participating in that process, but not the rest of the soldiers. I cannot remember them.
And the orderlies of the council members, where were they at this time?
Most of them were there at that time, but I don't even know them that much, so I couldn't say who was who at that time.
Okay. Can you tell us what time this event took place?
This was definitely from 3 to 4 o'clock or from 4 to 5. That time it was from 3 to 4. It was from 3 to 4.
Okay. What happened after that?
Then when the council members departed, and then they actually it was Edward Singate who lowered down his window and told us, get on board and follow behind the convoy with the military police who were there. And then that's when I myself, Lieutenant Keyao Toure, Sergeant Cisse, George Cisse, and the driver, whom I forgot his name, we boarded the truck, and then we followed right behind the convoy.
You said some officers were put in this jeep-like vehicle. Do you recall which officers were put in that vehicle?
Yes, sir. I can still remember Lieutenant Jibril Say. I can still remember Lieutenant Jammeh, Buba Jammeh, Lieutenant Bakari Mane, Cadet Silla, Ablaiba. Yeah, these are the guys that I remember their names. I know that there was an other officer, but I don't remember his name.
Thank you very much. So what happened after Edward Singate told you to follow and join the convoy?
We did as he ordered us to do, and we headed towards the gate outside in the highway. At this point, I was thinking that they were taking them to Mile 2 prison. When them out of the barracks right there on the highway, so I saw the convoy made a right towards Berkama instead of making a left towards Serakunda, where Mile 2 prison is situated. So at this juncture, I was kind of lost in thoughts, and I asked in the vehicle. It was like a general question I threw to Lieutenant Kejao Ture and Sergeant George Cisse, or even the driver. Anybody can answer. The time we keep driving until we get to the forest. We're just about to get out of the forest, approaching Birkama, when the convoy actually made a right turn on the road alongside the forest, going in the forest. So we were going up to a distance of driving like few minutes, I would say. There were a few minutes out there. We drive about 2 miles, I would say. That's when the convoy actually stopped. When it stopped, we all get out, we all get off the vehicle. That's when I first saw Sana Sabali and knew that he was all along with us in this journey. That's the first time I saw him.
On this particular issue, I would want to read out your statement in paragraph 7 and tell us whether this is correct. The names of the soldiers I can remember present at the forest were all council members and their orderlies except Yaya Jame. That's correct?
Yes, sir. At that point, yes, I saw them.
I read it out again. The names of the soldiers I can remember present at the forest were all the council members and their orderlies except Yaya Jame. Correct?
But I don't think in the statement I even mentioned Yaya Jame, but he was definitely excluded. He was not there.
I don't understand that. Could you say that again? The statement says you remember all council members being present except Yaya Jame. Is that correct?
That's what it said. Yeah, well, that is correct.
Okay, good. So it means to say by that statement that Yankuba Ture was there, Sadibo Haidara was there, Edward Singate was there, and Sana Sabali was there, correct?
That is correct.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness. And you went on to say that you were there, Lieutenant Keja Ture was there, Sergeant George Cisse, Alaji Kanyi, Lamin Marong, Mustafa Ture, JCB Mendy, Njai Ponkal, and all the drivers, including our own. That's what you said in that paragraph. That is correct. All right.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Tell us what happened when you arrived and people descended from the vehicles and you saw Sana Sabali for the first time. Tell us what happened afterwards.
He told them to come down the vehicle, come down from the vehicle. At this time, they were murmuring. They were saying the officers were talking in a low voice, which I didn't hear. The only person that I heard talking at that time was what's his name again? Kenneth Silla. I heard Kenneth Silla was reciting a verse from the Quran, from Surah to Maida. Then after that, Sana Sabali ordered them to come out, and they ordered them to kneel down, give their back, and kneel down. And when they did that, we were also ordered, all of us except, all of us at that time, I could say. I know there were some other soldiers because I can still remember seeing Lieutenant Kejao Ture and Lieutenant Sergeant George Cisse standing aside. I did not see them on the line, on our extended line. And then
okay.
moving.
Were you on the extended line?
I was.
Okay, proceed, please.
And after that, when he told us to form an extended line, I was actually in front of the line going to the far left to give room to the others. Then that's the time actually one of the officers was trying to say something, and Sana Sabali cut him short and screamed at us, all those who were on that extended line. I did not know who and who were there because I was the one in front. They were on my back, so I don't know who and who were in front. Then that's the time Sana Sabali screamed at us and said, "Hey!" When he said that, that's exactly when the firing started. We opened fire on them, and we opened fire on them, and then it was like a matter of seconds. I would say from 1 to 2 seconds. All these captured officers were down on the ground.
Did you fire?
Then we were ordered. Yes, I did.
Good. Mr. Witness, well, it's refreshing that you have accepted that you fired at the soldiers.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have changed your evidence from the story you previously provided, that when you were ordered to fire, you fell down and did not fire. But now you have accepted that you fired, correct?
I did accept that I fired. Only for this thing, because this is what I believe, that even if I don't fire at that time, it makes no difference.
No. Let's not muddy the waters.
Okay.
Let's call a spade a spade. Initially, yes, your story was that when you were ordered to fire, you fell down and did not fire. That was your first story.
I did actually fell.
Correct.
Yes, okay. I did actually fell.
Yeah. You now accept that when you were ordered to fire, you fired and all the others fired, yes, sir. Correct? So you have accepted that you have changed your story from having fell down now to firing your weapons. Let's just get the record straight. Correct?
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. So by saying that, you are admitting to participating in the murder of those soldiers, correct?
That is correct, sir.
Thank you very much. Let us move on. After these soldiers were killed, what happened?
We were ordered again by the same Sana Sabali to load them on the jeep again and then drove back to the barracks.
Okay, and tell us what happened.
Coming home. Yes, on our way coming home, the convoy were running very fast. The vehicle were running very fast. And our military police truck was very, very slow at the time. It was old, and at the same time, I'm not even sure, I can't remember, but I know that we had a little delay. First of all, the convoy departed before we depart. And then they were running very late at that time. So we got into the late that evening, between the hours of 6 and 7, I would say.
Mr. Move, yes, proceed.
Yes, sir. When we get there, we found out that actually they have already taken out also Ibrahim Sise and Sergeant Camara, and both of them were also executed. This we learned when we get there, and they were also buried together with those soldiers that were executed in the forest.
Did you arrive at the barracks before the burial of Sise and Camara or after their burial?
To be honest, I cannot even say whether it was after or before, because I didn't even get there. What I really have in my mind, what I believe at that time was they were already. I didn't see nobody there trying to bury anybody, and no dead body, no corpse at that time neither.
Were you at the barracks at the time of the killing of Ibrahim Cisse?
I was not there. I was still on my way coming.
You see, Mr. Witness, the problem we have with this aspect of your testimony are twofold. One is your involvement, and the second is your whereabouts at the relevant time. The evidence we have is that this event about the forest, it took place between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. By 4, in fact, by 3 p.m., all of you were already back at the military barracks. What do you say to that?
To my recollection, I don't think that's accurate. But if they say so, and if that was the time, it could be. But I am pretty much sure that when these soldiers, these two sergeants, were executed, we were still from the forest coming to the barracks. That I am very much sure of.
Okay, let's listen to the testimony of some of these witnesses. That would help us situate the time. Let's look at the testimony of ML Ba, Momodu Lamin Ba. Kindly play the testimony, the evidence of Momodu Lamin Ba, please.
As soon as he left, we were there for a while. Briefly, the council members, they left again towards Banjul. Later, they came back. This will be around in the afternoon, 12 upwards. When they came also, there was an arrangement for a vehicle. All right, a jeep was brought in front of the guard room, parked in front of the guard room, and then these names were called, as I mentioned it earlier on. As the cell was opened, Lieutenant Say was called, and then followed by Buwajame, Bakar Mane, Lamin Dabo, Ablai Bah. Yeah.
Let's get the names again properly.
Yeah.
Jibril Say, you said.
Yes.
Followed by who else?
Buwajame.
Bubajame.
Lieutenant Buwajame, Lieutenant Lamin Dabo, Suso.
Lamin Dabo?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Lamin Dabo, does he have a nickname?
Lamin Dabo?
Yes.
Yes, he has a nickname.
What was the nickname?
Suso.
Suso.
Yeah, we are all from the same village. He's from Breng, I'm from Breng.
Okay.
He's called Suso. You have Ablai Ba, Chopping.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have
technicians, let's just stop
OCDT,
there. Let's stop it there. And Mr. Witness, can you see, or you could hear the witness saying, this event happened at 12 noon onwards, or 12 noon thereabout. Did you hear him say that?
I heard him say that. The problem here is this, like a witness. For me, this is what I can recollect, and the time.
Can you kindly answer the question? Did you hear him say that this thing happened after 12 onwards, correct?
I heard that, yeah.
Good. Let's hear Alaji Kanyi, please, what he said. Do you know a person called EMCC?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what happened to him?
Well, he's also killed, but not at the forest.
Hello, technicians. I'm not referring to this particular video. I'm referring to the video in which Alaji Kanye talked about the time when they departed the barracks, went to the forest and returned.
And in our time, like around 3 o'clock, we are back.
And what happened after these officers were buried?
Then the council members left.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Witness, did you hear Alaji Kanye saying that by 3 o'clock you were back?
I heard that.
Is he lying?
I have no idea. It might be true also.
Mr. Witness,
before.
Isn't it the case that you are trying to create an alibi here by trying to suggest that you were out there until late in the evening? By the time you returned, EMCC and Basiru Kamara were already killed. Isn't that what you're trying to do? To say that
No,
when
sir.
they were killed, you were not present?
Whatever time they were killed, that was after the forest. That was,
yes.
And that was
the
yes,
convoy. The convoy returned by 3 p.m. They were already in the barracks.
Well, I don't think that is accurate because it was in the definitely in the evening. That I can still remember. I cannot just be sure.
Mr. Witness, you are trying to create an alibi by showing that, well, you remained behind and you returned to the barracks at 7 p.m. after the killing. That is what you are trying to say, isn't it?
No, sir. No, sir. What I'm trying to say here, the convoy definitely reached the barracks. My point here is the convoy reached the barracks way before we reached. Whether it was 7 o'clock, or it was 3 o'clock, or it was 12 o'clock, the convoy reached the barrack. The convoy reached the barracks.
In your statement, Mr. Witness, you tried to suggest that the executions at the barracks occurred when it was already getting dark. That's what you said in your statement.
No. No, I didn't say that. I said it was, I don't know what exactly they wrote over there, but what I'm saying is it was when we got there, it was already, we were still in the daylight, but it was late. That's what I said. We were still on the daylight, but it was late in the evening. But if they suggest that it was still in the afternoon, I'm saying that whatever time that was, with the vehicle that I was in, we came into the barracks before the barracks, and that time we were late because we were way behind the convoy. And
when you were going, you managed to arrive at the destination at the same time with the convoy. But when you were returning, you were very, very late. How could that happen?
Not very, very late as this thing. What I'm saying here is, first of all, I said it in this thing. I said it in the statement that they depart before us. That was number one. They were driving much newer vehicles and faster vehicles than us, and they were running faster than us at that time. They were running very fast at that time. This is what I'm trying to say.
They were able to reach the barracks 2 or 3 hours ahead of you?
Oh, no, definitely not. Definitely not. It will
1 hour?
It will be
1 hour before you?
It will be between, no, sir. It will be between 25 to, it will be between 15 to 25 minutes. That's the time.
Kanye said they arrived at the barracks around 3 p.m. You say to that?
We may differ in time frame. That is just the recollection of the mind. It could be true.
But let me tell you your recollection. In your statement, you said this. It was very late in the evening when we returned from the forest. That's what you said in your statement.
That's what I thought it was. That's what I perceived in my mind, that it was in the evening. But if they say
very late in the evening, that's what you said.
I late in the evening, but still sunlight. Definitely, there was sunlight.
In your previous statement, you said it was getting dark.
It was getting dark. Well, if I said that, it was a mistake. But I know that it was, for me, what I can remember in my mind is it was in the evening. We got there. We got there in the evening, late in the evening.
Mr. Witness, you created this alibi because you wanted to extricate yourself from being present in the camp when Ibrahim Asise and Basiru Kamara were killed. That's what you're trying to do, isn't it?
Not at all, sir. If I was there, I will definitely tell you. I was there.
Let's listen. Let's listen to the testimony of some of the witnesses to hear what they have to say about the killing of Ibrahim Asise. Could you kindly play the statement of the evidence of Said Dabo, please?
They came first to the barracks. Then Sergeant Cisse, Ibu Cisse, I forget, he was inside the cells. Then they called him out, and he was asked by Sana to do his last prayers. He did it, Then from there, Sana Sabali told him that march and go and join your friends. Whilst the dead bodies were lying behind the cookhouse, Sana Sabali told him that march and go and join your friends. As he was going, Lance Corporal Mbop, he gave
first name, please.
Babukan Mbop. But Mbop, Corporal Mbop, his first name I think is Babukar, but I'm not sure. But the Mbop, yeah, he was the one who shot at Sergeant Cisse. He gave him 2 shots on the back and the head. The sergeant fell down. That was the end of Sergeant Cisse. From there, Sana and his people, they left.
Thank you very much. Did they kill anybody? Thank you very much, technicians. Mr. Witness, Mr. Mbuk, did you see that?
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw it, sir, yes.
So you see Said Dabo placed you at Yundum Barracks at the time when EMCC was killed, didn't he?
That is very wrong. That is not true at all, sir. If I was there, I would definitely say I was, but I was not there.
Okay. All right. Let's hear Alaji Kanyi on this same subject. Can you play Alaji Kanyi's testimony? Do you know a person called EMCC?
Yes, sir.
Do you know what happened to him?
Well, he's also killed, but not at the forest.
Where was he killed?
Well, I was not present the time he was killed. Upon arrival from the forest, we found his dead body. From reliable sources said that he was killed by somebody called Mbu, but then I was not present.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, technicians. Thank you, technicians. So, Mr. Mbuk, did you hear that?
I heard that.
These are 2 separate witnesses who claim that you killed Ibrahim Asise. You still deny that?
It is not true. I also heard from the same witnesses. I recall John C.B. Mendy, when they asked him about the same Ibrahim Asise. He told you guys that it was actually, he saw it with his naked eyes, that it was Alaji Kanyi who actually shot Ibrahim Asise. Also, Alaji Kanyi himself has admitted killing Fafanyang first, but there was no Fafanyang at that time. There was no Fafanyang at that time.
I agree with what you...
Alaji Kanyi was the one who was actually confusing between Ibrahim Asise and Fafanyang. I honestly did not even witness Ibrahim Asise. I was not there. I didn't know how did they kill him or where actually in the barracks did they kill him. I don't know.
The problem you face, Mr. Witness, is that 2 people have implicated you in the killing of Ibrahim Asise. that is something you would acknowledge that is a problem, isn't it?
It is a problem, I know.
And
Very well, I know that.
also you have a difficulty explaining how you were not in the barracks when during the killing of Cisse and Kamara, when everybody else you went with to the forest was in fact in the camp at the relevant time.
And that's incorrect, sir, because I know that I was still in the vehicle with Lieutenant Kejau Ture and George Cisse. And these two can definitely, and our driver, whom I definitely forget his name, but he can also bear me witness that we came late, we came last in the barracks from the whole convoy. We
But
the one
if
who
you,
came last, and that time.
But if you were to arrive between 10 and 25 minutes after the convoy, that is something you acknowledge. You said it, 15 to 25 minutes. That would take you in the barracks certainly before 4 p.m. And 4 p.m. is certainly very different from late in the evening or very late in the evening for that matter.
Well, I'm saying here, all that I'm saying here, that this is my perception of the time. For me, this is the time that I can remember that actually we came into the barracks. And I still remember seeing Captain Butu when we just came. He was there waiting for us and telling us that we can go to the office. When we came, there was no council member in the barracks anymore.
You see, the only reason, Mr. Witness, the only reason why you would not accept that you were in the barracks together with the council members is because you want to give yourself an alibi and therefore extricate yourself from responsibility, extricate yourself from the allegations of murder that have been made against you.
That is true, but I am not trying to run away from any responsibility. Believe me, if I was there or if I was the one who did it, I will definitely come out plain and acknowledge this and admit it. But I wasn't there. And
Mr. Witness,
I cannot.
You
Yes,
you also avoided mentioning participation of your colleagues because you want a trade-off. You don't implicate them and they would not implicate you. That is why you extricated Kejau and Cisse as people who stood aside and did not participate in the killings in the forest.
These are not my people. Since I left the Gambia, I don't know, or in the army, or even in the barracks there, and went to State House. I don't have no contact or any kind of communication with these officers anymore. So I don't even know where.
But you think, at least, that because you have not implicated them, they would also, if asked to testify, would try not to implicate you. That is what you expect, isn't it?
No, not at all, sir. Not at all. Definitely not at all. I expect them just to tell the truth. Just to tell the truth. I am persuaded that whoever truth and say exactly what you saw, I will be vindicated.
So from everything that occurred on that day, the only murder you are willing to accept is your participation in the murder of 6 officers of the Gambia National Army who were executed at the forest. That's it.
I did participate and I opened fire. Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. No further questions. I have no further questions for the witness. Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much, Chairman Council, and thank you very much, Mr. Mboob, for your testimony. Before I turn to the commissioners, just one confirmation I want from you. You had mentioned earlier that Lamin Kohli had fired 2 shots. Is that true? 2 shots. the first time I heard that one.
Yes, sir. I saw that.
Thank you. Commissioners, you have Commissioner Kinte, please, you have the floor.
Hello, Mr. Mbob.
Yes, sir.
Commissioner Kinte. If I quote you, you said at the forest, 2 of your guys refrained from participating in the shooting. But later you said it made no difference whether you participated or not participated. They were, well, obviously going to be killed. But why didn't you take the stance that even if it was to happen, I would refrain as my 2 colleagues so that I'm not counted among those who participated in the shooting?
At this moment in time, we were like kind of directly ordered by Senator Sabali himself. And at that time, you as a private soldier, you dare not to stand aside and look at watching this happen. They're gonna even if you stand aside, they will still tell you to join. And at that time, I did not have the guts to stand there and try to say that, oh no, I'm not going to participate on this thing, because Senator Sabali was acting so furious at that time, so erratic at that time, that even including Edward Singate himself was silenced.
Yeah, but in the case of Fafanyang, you said you were standing at a position between Jiba and the other guy, I forgot, who took shooting positions, and one of them you said shot. But this one, you did not participate. You dared not participate. What are the difference?
Well, the difference here is I saw some other people there, and I might not even have a better shot. And the other thing was I was standing with other soldiers right there, and because of this, I just stood there. Since they're standing there, I can order this time around. It was an open order this time around. It was not like how it was in the index. At this one, if you want, you can take part. As I see it, it was not like force mandatory. Okay, this particular person, go and execute this guy. Edward did not do it like that, and that is why I had the chance of not participating. Definitely.
But in the forest, you were asked specifically to participate. Was it?
Because we were not many in the forest, Senator Sabali was right there pointing his, come on, form this line here like this. And I was very close to Sana at that time when he was even saying that. I was very close, as a matter of fact. And that is why the moment the point is gone, the only thing I could do was to follow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Commissioner Carr, did you ask for the floor? Oh, sorry, I thought any other commissioner? No further questions. Council, you have some procedural matters to
yes, for the moment, the witness could be discharged, and it is possible that we would call him again because the witness served as an orderly to Yaya Jammeh for several years. So we may get back to him on those issues and would possibly call him as a witness on those things, if he has anything useful to say with regards to those. But in the meantime, I say thank you very much, Mr. Mboub, and thank you for the courage to accept your responsibility. The Commission would, if deems it necessary, would contact you again. Thank you very much for your willingness to testify. In the meantime, on some procedural issues, technicians, you could get the witness off the screen. Thank you very much. We are done with him. It was nice leading you in evidence, Mr. Mbub. So as a procedural matter, we have 2 exhibits to put in. The certificate of service of Mr. Alaji Ken. For the last one, we should put it in as exhibit 0044A, exhibit 44A, and the letter dated 2nd February 1999, addressed to Alaji Kebe, should also be put in exhibit 44B. With your indulgence, Mr. Chairman, we would ask that these 2 documents be added into the record.
Request granted.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. That's it from the legal team for today.
Before you go, do you have witnesses lined up for tomorrow's session?
Yes,
if that
Mr.
is
Chair.
confirmed, then we will adjourn our meeting today and meet again tomorrow at 10 o'clock. But I need confirmation from you that
much obliged, Mr. Chair. We can confirm that indeed there would be witnesses available for tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Meeting is adjourned. We meet again tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
na broda min ba Europe Mr. Conte nka bo wol kol kan sai na so ko na mano ban ta jabo ban ta tulo ban sai ka bol kol kan anda ka ba official ko na ba dama bulo mutarin ba ka ta simpla no ni kon batunga ne ta ya puriye ma ko do man dinga ta mano sani tulo ni jam
munda be tan la broda man balwo service kalam
mun service
balwo service
ni da foronte mo kalam
munda a fela broda ko abitala internet ol aya ba site la woldo balwo.com na wo sajje a apu nga ba download la telephone ol na be sandiro to ni wal na be sidin ala office ko ndama manjar pour ay tabak ko kodoki abe sidin office ko na daminto ito message yo so telephone ko no e bitiko be Gambia dawda bitiko ba belo ko ta tano dawda yeta fenko tawo wodama
yala bari wa service na kamol da hannu atanyo le bikan kija na broda ka ko atanyo ayo ko kija
balwo service dinkirala jampo o manken na kolaya ko balwo service al demano kaje ko ale domor feŋol sang alla dimbaya moli ana lakkanun tewol wato bela ani wad sudum fanan kono balwo service la dinkiralu ani la do kunyolu e banko karo beto kabirin katon fo koyna nalla fa ko ku ko tan so balwo service la kolto ali commandi telephone line la milbuko 9400213 7694319 wala 3192870 wala hankabi alta internet oto alila kolu jibe www.baluwo.com.
Assalamualaikum badingolo mbal kontro na duns hotel kololi sate kono dingrami yalonko wala kere ta tonya commission la lankena madula nyinna alnal badi malem lamin AFFS dabo badingolu sede labang mi yalon ko atele fanan keta sede fulanjawti bi lungala karola TRRC ela tonya commission nyina fannala wole keta babukar mbubti akode atemo molti mi yalon ko october karo 1957 sangola wuluta dinkrato dam yalon ko wole keta ndunko kebe sato ti damento yalon ko wole mo kerewan commandant bankoti nunto e kafoje North Bank Division attended fanan kaitandi kode ndungo kebe primary school a karanta nu wolto bira boda jatara Banjul Secondary Technical School ako kabo 1981 kata 1985 la karanta Banjul Secondary Technical School ako 1991 sangode anara ke moti mi alon ko dabulata sojar taro kono mi alon ko wala keta intake 15 ti anun dinkra mi alon ko nikin dro nyinke wolto sojar ala makamoto wala keta farafenyeri ako me karo 1991 wala keta wuchoti dame yalon ko ay sojar ya karawin bang atendenda kaitandi ko de yundum barracks le keta dula foloti dame yalon ko ya ki woto pour kata aka do ko commencé je sojar ya makamo kono akode 1992 ma famola anara silo soto me yalon ko akeda karala fati atata Ghana banko kan pour kata karawla 1992 atendenda fanan kaitandi ko de bira boda o karawla Ghana banko kan inara samba dinkrato dame yalon ko wala keta military police la doku fanna nyinti yundum barracks nyin kono atendenda fanan kaitandi ko de ay karan fanan soro mi alon ko aketa Nigeria tinkrami yalon ko atata no bodyguard course la 1996 sango ako kabra bodyguard course nyinke Nigeria bira bang anara Gambia banko kandrong enara ke moti mi alon ko ya samba doku wala Gambia banko la maral korda dami alon ko wolem state house oti atata doku wala fanna la mi alon ko wolem general bodyguard ti moye me alon ko wolem ya jammeti o wato nyinna atendenda fanan kaitandi ko de atela do ko tarra fanna menna pour ka kanto bunda nyin kawo tamandi nunto maralola nyaton ko memu ya jammete anala dimbalu atendenda fanan kaitandi ko de atarta wala kono fo 2001 sango kabirin tumala menna inata samba kake balama sojaroti memu olliti ya jamme kabo 2001 kada fo 2004 atendenda fanan kaitandi ko de Bren 2004 sita enada samba dingrato dami alonko wala keta bakaw barracks ti o bakaw barracks nying atarta wolto fo anata ka silota kata tubabu du banko kan attendenda ka 52 ke kode November karo 1994 kol me yalon ko asa 50 noje attendenda ka atende ko abe do ko la dinkrato dami yalon ko wole kada military police ako bare atem multi me yalon ko sojaro la kunda ba membe Banjul sata kono memo army headquarters ti ako akata do ko la no wolto bara be sabati yundum barracks le e la dinkra me yalon ko ya kere sojaro la sabato kama e ka fo damento e Bahamas attendenda ka atende ko November karo til tango atenala muso dalta ka tamantamo leke wendu bitanu ngo tamantamo la anila karsaba de nano ako ala nunto muso mi alon ko wolem jena ba turete ako wi taro tamantamo la dinkrato dam ya alon ko wolem fafa nyang na suoti ako kabri futata jedum sajin fafa nyang na ra kumandi dinkrato dam alon ko wole bala ladula kono nyinde ako na ra kibaro di ala ko kudeta le ba kurukuru kan ako ate ayitandi wala ko jumale ba kudeta nyin koma ako bari womanna ko nyin wanyar kaytan dala ko molme yalon ko wolle bo kudeta nyin kurukuru kan ako dalilo kam afana hakilo nara men diala miroto wala nyinde ko akana dabula nyin koto ako anala muso sayta wala nyama tata dinkrato dami yalon ko wala keda yundum barracks ti ako tata o dinkra nyinto ako kabiren tumala menna tata o dula nyinto memo yundum barracks ti ako anara ka fero dada fero me yalon ko wole be dending pour ala muso asa abondi no nyamen na kata ate fangola moya me yalon ko wollelbe serakunda ako kono lema anara pour ka fero dada jeto atata ala muso dandang moto nyinola ako be silo kanje anata moje me yalon ko wolem buba jambe jama ka fu me kanilai ako anata jani moto aytan dala fo abita kan serakunda ma fon ako kabire we silo nyim bula madron anada fa ala muso samba nyola atendenda kairan droke kode ate ay miro soto non pour ka wanyar loke nyen kola mi alon ko be den kudeta al karola late council memo esam by falti akay ko military police wala do ko abe lorin munekan akay ko wala nyinte ko de fengo ferending mi alon ko wala mu tafawote memo baroti mense lual ni sarto tinya so jaro la karola ni akalamuta ndol ka kiskisi roke anen fane mari nyolu nke ta ke la kuma ka nyin sindi na nyadon kolma pour wal sitama ning sembola mi alon ko luani sarto le wala dila akayo sain munana brite yen ko kalamuta ningun ngunuro ku de dal karola e man ko nyinta pour ka wanyare kabiren o nyin kar nyin jabiro kono anara itan roke ko de atengan yo soto ko abe ko nyin sain kanna asamo somanda jannabi da do ko wala banjul ako esamba fal memu late cancel ta anara fa ko me alon ko wala be dending ning kuwala memu nyin ko sain kawdi fo membe nu nyaton kayala nun sojar kunda wala kordabe dame muna neman tawro ye kuma kan fay ako wato de babukar jara membe nyaton kayala agare ma long o be sabatrin dingra jumaldo o kay bara jakalo wartade kabirin tumala menna momi yalon ko wala be sojaro nyaton kayarin ani ete boddo ko wala officio mento o korda nyin wo mari le marlin jela ete ma o sabati dula long a ete ndoke ko de ate ma o dingra long damento yalon ko wala mu babukar jata la sabati dulati banjulunding wo me yalong aman jam fadin krala memu sojaro law sabati dulati yundum barracks la dulame ka faje Bahamas atendenda ka sankan doke akoka da saita suokono atata ay saloke bira pareta drong ala uniform wol bedung anada la kidota ka landa kartan dawla akaye la esambay fali anyin ka o keda mun dalil kama ebe parere ne bang pour kada keloke bang akaye hani membe je wala mu fantanko bol bunda baring asken tulo ketan na karola wati nsitandan kunole akodung ate lodla membabul wala ndiko wado man sakunda memba mara lola me alon ko wala sojaro lo man sakunda nyindi nada ke lu sementu andi kan bari wala man sakunda ro men santina o man sakunda nyin kawla kuolta ka doya atendenda wole nyama ka 50 dro fananke dinkrado dami alon ko wole yundum barracks ako be la mu ila sabati dulati e ka fo damen ko Bahamas ako abe jede suto mumo be atarta sinola ako bar subama ku yandawo anara kidi kan nyamoy kabira kidi kan nyanyim moy rong anara bara ako bira bara taw nyama anara silo ta kada dinkrado dami alon ko wolem yundum baras la campo fondi ako kabira tata afutata nunje ma fawla ako anara sojar jamal hayna ako fang ate sojar follow menje ay men al halo suute wakeda Edward Singatelti ako kabra Edward Singate je wo nada kuma kawta ka fo sojaro le kode yata dularo dami an ko wolen